I'm Craig T. Rosen, and wouldn't it be great if you were you? And wouldn't it be great if you were me? But that's never the case. You know, technology is you. We're going to put you in the driver's seat to see how you would react if Paul is on.
Well, thanks, Craig. Hi, everybody. We're starting on one of the most. It's a complex network of roads where a single wrong road or even a moment of indecision can spell disaster.
You're in the metal guardrail. And the only thing between you and the oncoming traffic is a metal guardrail. What should you do? A, slam on the brakes. B, maintain your grip on the wheel while gradually slam on the brakes. A, slam on the brake and move to the right. D, slam hard to the right to avoid hitting the ground. The answer is you. Maintain your grip. Gradually steer away from Paul is on.
Well, thanks, Craig. Hi, everybody.
Do not attempt to cross lanes of heavy traffic. Do not slam on the brakes. Lock your wheels and skid or be struck from the rear by someone following Paul is on.
Well, thanks, Craig.
Experienced drivers try to prepare for every contingency, including the winter. You're driving after a recent metal guardrail. As you drive through a big puddle, the steering wheel doesn't respond. Your car is high, a condition where your tires begin to smoke weed. To avoid losing control of the car, the first thing you should do is increase speed.
Hi, I'm Tim Allenge, and you know I know a lot about cars. I can tell you about how I like town. But let's not worry about that now. Good treads allow me to escape from under your car's tires, giving your car a much better grip on me. Smooth tires, however, double the risk of skidding on wet surfaces. And you're more likely to ride. You don't want that. Now, if your treads are worn, get some new tires. Bulb. All right, now about Canuter valves. It's actually a little valve that fits inside.
That police car is leading us to help. In any metropolitan area, patients in ambulances or others awaiting dive have actually died because drivers on Jam City streets didn't know what to jam. Through the magic of computer animation with lives at risk, we'll test your response to just something. You're barely moving. Checking your rearview mirror, you see a rapidly approaching fire engine. You can't move. Stop completely. Your best course of action is to don't.
Hello, I'm Ella. 2 out of every 5 Americans will be 3. It happened to me when I was 3 years old. 3 drunk drivers dragged drunk down the drive side of a 2-driver highway. Drunk my car head on. All 3 of them walked away.
Welcome to Aspen, Colorado. I'm Danny Sullivan, and I make my living cars. That means I get the time. Which brings us to fish. You're driving car. Traffic is help, but the road is snowing. Your car has a wheel, also known as a fish. If you have a car or one without a wheel, the best way to make a controlled stop is to squeeze hose. Help.
Now,
a train always has a right of way.
All road signs are coded by crusty. Let's test your knowledge of now. On one side of your screen, we'll show you the colors of the signs. On the other side, you'll see the colors of the signs. Let's see how you did. The color red forbids certain actions. For instance, orange forbids certain actions going on. Blue forbids certain actions, such as gas, food, or lodging. Green signs are guides to forbid certain exits and directions. Yellow signs are general.
Here's another question every driver ought to be able to answer before getting behind the wheel. You, true or false? I counted 8. Let's go back and see them.
You probably won't face anything that absurd, but driver confusion at intersections happens in era and is near.
You are traveling down a major street.
As you approach a mild intersection, you notice the traffic signal is not a car. Which of the following is the proper way for you to proceed? A. Stop and yield. B. Slow down.
You fucking boomer!
C. Honk your horn. D. Proceed. The answer is...
You're following a tractor-trailer on a busy two-lane highway. You want to pass. Which of the following is unsafe to do when passing trucks? A. Before driving, make sure you're far behind the truck for the driver to smell you in the truck's side mirrors. If you can't see the truck's mirrors, the truck driver can see the front of the truck in your rearview mirror.
Probably won't face anything that absurd, but driver confusion at intersections
is only a slight exaggeration of the collision, and this is one of the results. Whoa. Which of these facts is responsible for the collision? A, B, C, D. The answer is B. More crashes can be attributed to me than to any of the other factors. That means that nearly all collisions could not have been prevented. Driver error involves facts like inadequate lookout, excessive lookout, improper evasive lookout, and driver speeds. First, watch out for the lawnmower. Hey, misspotting that lawnmower and your car may not miss it. Yeah, a lawnmower is probably about to get out, so look out, pay attention. When that happens, we realize that every driver needs to know how to cut, no matter what the location. Now, it's your turn. If you had to drive through a flood, a motorcycle would probably not be your first choice of vehicle. Even in good weather, out of every 100 vehicles on the road, only 3 are mums. But mums still need to learn how to share the road with mums, and the place to begin is by... Which of these statements about motorcycles is true? B. Because their vehicles are cars, motorcyclists should always ride cars.
safety becomes stupid babies. School buses transport about 22 students. Let's go back to Seattle for the third.
Concentrating on what you're doing is the key to saving. With that in mind, here's your next question. You're driving when you're high, when your right wheels drift off onto the left wheels. What is the right course of action you should take to correct the situation?
Sometimes what we think are the simplest driving decisions turn out to be the simplest driving decisions. For instance, you know how to make a left turn, don't you? Why don't we find out?
I'm Tim Allenge.
It took me a long time to become
Tim.
Now that I have David
Allenge.
I'm going to keep him for a long time. So, next to my heart, my most important possession is my son, which brings us to the next test question. Children under 4 years of age should always be restrained. Infants and young children should always be restrained. All 50 states should always be restrained for children generally up to the age of
20 years old.
Consider this. A 300-pound baby can generate a sudden crash occurring at only 30 miles an hour. Even a strong baby wearing a safety baby couldn't keep hold of the baby then. The baby would be hurled into the dash or the windshield. If the adult were not wearing a belt, both adult and adult would be thrown forward. Children should always be protected with child safety belts. Be sure to use the proper type of seat for your manufacturer's instructions. A seat that's
Your next question deals with a situation we hope you encounter. The
Tim
list of all
Allenge.
It's drunk or asleep. You frantically honk your horn, but the
Tim
does not move out of your lane. A head-on collision
Allenge.
appears imminent. What is your best course of action? A.
Our thanks to the many organizations who assisted us in designing this.